1710. Now, the large white building on the left is the Wellington Barracks, and that's where the soldiers that guard Buckingham Palace stay. And Westminster Abbey is the main royal church here in London. It was built for royal ceremonies. Westminster Abbey was first consecrated on the 28th of December 1065. And it's been the place where ever since 1066 every single English and later British king and queen have been crowned. Lots of them have been married there. The Queen was married there in 1947, and 17 of our monarchs are buried there. And you'll see Westminster Abbey if you look out the front window of the bus. We're going to be passing it on our right-hand side in a moment. Now, there are lots of other famous people buried in Westminster Abbey, apart from kings and queens. People like Charles Darwin, Charles Dickens and Isaac Newton, to name but three of almost 3,000. There are almost 3,000 people buried in the Abbey. Now, the first person to be buried there was Edward the Confessor, man who was king when the Abbey was built. He was buried there in 1066. The last person to have their remains interred in the Abbey was the scientist Stephen Hawking. His ashes were buried in the Abbey in June last year. So we're going to be passing Westminster Abbey on our right-hand side.
Church, this is the church, huh?
Royal family marriage.
Go Westminster Abbey.
Hmm?
Westminster Abbey.
Westminster Abbey.
Okay, so in a moment we're going to see the Parliament building, the Houses of Parliament. And the most famous thing about the Houses of Parliament is the clock tower known as Big Ben. Now, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, the Parliament building is currently being cleaned and restored, and Big Ben is completely covered by scaffolding. I know. It's been like that for a year. The Parliament building was set over on our right. The whole of the building is going to be cleaned and restored. It's going to take 4 years to complete, and it's going to cost £5 billion. Not million, billion. So underneath all of that scaffolding is the clock tower known as Big Ben. The Parliament building is not as old as it looks. It looks like it's a very old building, but it was mostly built in the 1840s and 1850s. The reason it looks old is so it blends in with Westminster Abbey, which is almost 1,000 years old. So it just looks like that for the harmony of the area. Now, the opposite end of the clock tower, Big Ben, is the Victoria Tower, and you'll see it flying the flag. Big Ben stands above the House of Commons. The Victoria Tower stands above the House of Lords. And the Victoria Tower is actually about 2 meters taller than Big Ben. Victoria Tower, 98 meters high.